Bone and the skeletal system part 2. Here we are discussing about the 4 type of bone cells and also about compact bone and the spongy bone. Bone cells and the tissues. So bone only contains relatively smaller number of cells. That is, when you take a single bone, the bone cells only cover a smaller area of the bone. But the function of these cells are really crucial for the proper functioning of a bone. That is, it helps in the formation, repair, reabsorption, etc. So the function of bone cells are really crucial. So bone cells are of 4 types, that is osteoblast, osteocyte, osteogenic cells, osteoclast. So in this figure you can see the 4 types of bone cells. So we have already discussed that there are 4 kind of bone cells, that is osteoblast, osteocyte, osteogenic cells and osteoclasts. So these all cells have their own function and they all play a remarkable role in the formation, maturation and repair of a bone. So now we will discuss about osteoblast. So it is responsible for the formation of a new bone. So osteoblast is responsible for the formation of new bones and it is present in the growing portion of the bone, that is, it includes periosteum and the endosteum. So osteoblasts are found in the growing portion of the bone, that is periosteum and the endosteum, and it is responsible for the formation of new bone. But it do not undergo mitotic division. What is mitotic division? It is the cell division that is responsible for the formation of new cells. So osteoblasts do not undergo mitotic division. But the function of osteoblast is the synthesis of collagen matrix and the calcium salts. So the osteoblast synthesize collagen matrix and the calcium salts, and as a result these collagen matrix and the calcium salts surrounds all over the osteoblast, and as a result these osteoblasts get trapped within the collagen matrix and the calcium salts and it gets calcified there, and it undergo a structural change and become the osteocyte. That is the next bone cell. So we have already discussed how osteocytes are formed. That is, osteoblasts secrete collagen matrix and calcium salts, and as a result osteoblasts get entrapped within the collagen matrix and calcium salts and it gets calcified there and it undergoes certain structural changes, and as a result osteocytes are formed. So osteocytes are the primary cell of a mature bone. That is, they are the primary cells of a mature bone and it is the most common kind of bone cell. So it is the most common kind of bone cell. And where is it found? It is found in a space called lacuna and it is surrounded by bone tissues. So it is found in a space called lacuna and it is surrounded by bone tissues. So the function of osteocytes are it maintains mineral concentration of matrix by the secretion of enzymes. So it maintains the mineral concentration of the matrix by the secretion of enzymes, and it also lacks mitotic activity. That is, it also do not undergo any cell division. Osteogenic cells. These cells undergo high mitotic activity. That is, these are the only bone cells that divide. So, immature osteogenic cells are found in the periosteum and the marrow. That is, immature osteogenic cells are found in periosteum and the marrow. And these cells differentiate and develop into osteoblasts. That is, we have already discussed about osteoblasts. So, osteogenic cells, they undergo high mitotic activity. So, these are the only cells that divide, and these immature osteogenic cells are found in periosteum and marrow and they differentiate and develop into osteoblasts. So the last bone cell is the osteoclast, and these cells are responsible for bone resorption and breakdown. So these cells are responsible for bone resorption and the breakdown of the bones. So the dynamic nature of bone is that new tissues are constantly formed and the old or the unnecessary bone is dissolved for repair or for the release of the calcium. So these osteoclasts are responsible for this function. So osteoclasts are mostly found on the surface of the bone and these cells are multinucleated and they also originate from the monocyte and the macrophages. So these cells are found on the surface of the bone. They are multinucleated and they are originated from the monocyte and the macrophages. So osteoclast along with the osteoblast helps in the reshaping of the bone. That is, osteoclast is responsible for the bone resorption and the osteoblast is responsible for the formation of new bone, and these two act simultaneously, result in the reshaping of the bone. So now we will discuss about compact bone and spongy bone. That is, when you histologically examine a bone, you can see both compact and spongy bone in it. Only the distribution differs. So now we will deal with the first topic, that is compact bone. Compact bone is also called as cortical bone. In the figure you can see the marking, that is cortical bone. So when you take a long bone, the compact bone is usually seen in the periosteum and the diaphysis. In the figure you can see the diaphysis, and this is where the compact bone is distributed. Now the function of the compact bone is support and the protection. These bones are denser and stronger. So the microscopical structural unit of a compact bone is the osteon or the Havoisian system. So each osteon consists of concentric rings of calcified matrix called as lamella. That is, when you look through each osteon, you can see concentric rings of calcified matrix called as lamella, and the center of osteon contains the central canal, and it is also called as the Havoisian canal. And Havoisian canal contains blood vessels, nerves, lymphatic vessels, etc. So the microscopical structural unit of a compact bone is the osteon, and each osteon contains concentric rings of calcified matrix called as lamella, and the center of osteon contains the central canal, and within the central canal there is blood vessels, nerves, lymphatic vessels, etc. So in this figure you can see the osteon, that is there are many osteon in this figure, and each osteon is the structural unit of the compact bone, and each osteon has concentric rings of calcified matrix called as lamella, and in the center of the osteon is the central canal, and within it is the blood vessel, nerves, lymphatic vessels, etc. So we have already discussed about the central canal, that is, it is present at the center of the osteon. So the central canal branches at right angle through a perforation canal called as the Workman's canal, and this extends up to periosteum and endosteum, that is the outer and the inner surface of the bone. And the major bone cell, that is osteocytes, are located inside the lacunae. That is, lacunae are spaces that are found at the border of adjacent lamellae. And these osteocytes communicate with each other and also receive nutrition through long cytoplasmic processes that extends through canaliculi. So these osteocytes are located inside the lacunae or spaces that are found at the border of the adjacent lamellae, and they also communicate and also receive nutrition through long cytoplasmic processes that extends through the canaliculi. So we have already discussed that all bones contain compact and spongy bones, only the distribution differs. So now we will discuss about spongy bone. Spongy bone is also called as cancellous bone or the trabecular bone. In the figure you can see the trabecular network of a spongy bone. So these also contains osteocytes which are housed in the lacunae, and they are not arranged in concentric circles. So spongy bone, also called as cancellous bone, it contains osteocytes that are housed in the lacunae, and they are not arranged in concentric circles. So the lattice-like network of matrix of a spongy bone is called as the trabeculae, and within that is the osteocytes and the lacuna. It may appear to be a random network, but it is not a random network. It provides overall strength to the bone. That is, the spaces of trabecular network balances the heavy, dense, compact bone and makes the bone lighter. This helps in the easy movement of the muscles. And the spaces of the trabeculae are filled with red bone marrow that helps in the formation of red blood cells. So the lattice-like network of matrix of a spongy bone is called as the trabeculae, and within that is the osteocytes and the lacuna. It may appear to be a random network, but it provides the overall strength to the bone. And the spaces of trabecular network balances the dense compact bone and makes it lighter, and thus helps in the easy movement of the muscles. And the spaces of the trabeculae are filled with bone marrow, helps in the production of blood cells. And this is the last section of the skeletal system.